Okay, we're going to look at this logic quiz. I started to make this a written assignment. I decided, you know what, I want you guys to work at it, see what you can do, and then I'm going to talk through the solution set so that you can see how you did. So it's not going to be for a grade. The first set of questions says to list 3 of the 5 types of connectives, another word for compounds, with the symbol and a keyword for each. Well, you just had to do 3. Hopefully you were able to do 3 from memory. We have conjunction. My conjunction symbol looks like an A for and but are the keywords for conjunction. We have disjunction, which I flipped that symbol and my keyword is or. We have negation, which is the wavy line, and it means not. Then the last 2, you could have listed any 3 of these 5. The last 2 are conditional, which is my if-then, and biconditional, which is the 2-ended arrow for if and only if. Okay, yeah. So remember, my negation would start with the phrase, it is not the case that, it is not the case that, or it is false that. Those would be the phrases that symbolize a negation. Okay, for each case, would you find the validity of the argument by using a truth table or an Euler diagram? Remember, we use a truth table if it is just statements. We use an Euler diagram if the statements are quantified. Number 1, if it is not too cold, then we can take a walk. Those are just statements, so we would use a truth table. Some skunks are tame. Pete is a skunk, so Pete is not tame. Well, we would have to do a syllogism or an Euler diagram or a Venn diagram, whatever you want to call it for that. Some caterpillars are furry. All furry things are mammals, so some caterpillars are mammals. Again, I would need my Euler diagram because those are quantified statements. If I have 3 statements, how many cases would be in my truth table? Because remember, 2 times 2 times 2. Each statement has 2 possible truth values. When is a conjunction true? Well, a conjunction is only true when both statements, both of the columns I'm looking at, both statements are true. When is a disjunction true? The disjunction, the or, is true when at least one statement is true. The conditional statement is my if-then. Remember, it's true as long as we didn't lie. The only case where it is false, so let's say it is true unless that hypothesis, that antecedent is true, or yeah, the antecedent is true, and the conclusion or the consequent is false. That's the only time it's false. A conditional statement is always going to be true unless the hypothesis is true and the conclusion is false. That's the case that makes a conditional and if-then statement false. Okay, when is a biconditional statement true? Well, the biconditional statement is true when both truth values match or are the same. Remember, biconditional, bi means 2. If both truth values are the same, then the biconditional statement is true.